Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today is going to be our first video release for the new Strixhaven set. So today's going to be a mana burn video of all things. So this will be the series where we start off with the memeiest lists, and we're going to be beginning with one that we actually had from the Totally Normal streamer event, which is going to be Dragon Tribal. Bit of a strange one. And hopefully you guys can strap in for the exceptionally complicated gameplay that comes along with it. So what are we going to be playing? This weird little contraption called Dragon's Approach. 3 mana sorcery. Dragon's Approach deals 3 damage to each opponent. Sounds garbage. It's because it is. You may exile Dragon's Approach and 4 cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. If you do, search your library for a dragon creature card and put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. I really hate the shuffle abbreviation. I can't get over it. It's like mana value. I'm still probably going to call it CMC. You can't stop me. A deck can have any number of cards named Dragon's Approach. So we've got 25. 25 seemed kind of like the sweet spot from what I could tell. So the idea is that we're going to try and cast Dragon's Approach as many times as possible. And when we do, cast basically our 5th one. We're going to get a dragon of our choice. Now, we don't technically have to cast all 5. What we can do is we can mill them or discard them into our graveyard, and that's where Faithless Looting comes into play, as well as Cathartic Reunion. So these two are going to be drawing us cards and then discarding our cards. Faithless Looting being a 1-mana sorcery from the new Mystical Archives, the best part to come out of Strixhaven being the Mystical Archives, that is. And then we got Cathartic Reunion, which says an additional cost we discard, then we draw. So it's a little bit of a weird one. I'd say Faithless Looting is better, but it's hard to find a piece like this in the same kind of vein. So Cathartic Reunion's basically what we went with there. And we're going to be trying to discard all the Dragon's Approaches. If we get 4 in our graveyard, then the first one that we cast will trigger the ability to go and tutor up a dragon. So I think we can do this as early as turn 4. So, what can we do on turn 4? Well, we can get a Niv Mizzet Payroom, a 6-mana 5/5 with flying that can't be countered. And whenever you draw a card, it deals 1 damage to any target, and whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, we get to draw a card. So Niv Mizzet really cares about us casting instants and sorceries as well as our opponent, so all of our future Dragon's Approaches will have a ping trigger and draw us a card, replacing itself. Our Faithless Lootings become lightning bolts, so the sorcery being cast will trigger Niv Mizzet, as well as the draw 2 on it as well. That's 3 damage total. So Niv Mizzet's a really good one to go grab. We also have Bladewing the Risen. You're not going to see me use this at all in today's video, but the idea behind this particular dragon is if we've been drawing and discarding with Faithless Looting and Cathartic Reunion, and we've drawn into either our Niv Mizzet or our Velomachus, which we'll get to in a second, then we can tutor up Bladewing instead, and then Bladewing allows us to reanimate a dragon, so we can Dragon's Approach, grab this, get 2 dragons, basically, for the price of 1. It also gives us a little bit of a Dragon Lord effect, and yeah, our final one's going to be Velomachus Lawhold, 7-mana 5/5 with flying, vigilance, and haste. When it attacks, you get to look at the top 7 cards of your library and cast an instant or sorcery with converting mana cost, I gotcha, it's mana value, less than or equal to Velomachus's power from among them without paying its mana cost. Basically, any instant and sorcery in our deck is castable with Velomachus here, since the highest CMC of our sorceries and instants is 3. So we can use that to basically get a nice little bit of early aggro in, swinging for 5, 8 with the Dragon's Approach that it hits off the attack trigger, so we can really get some sneaky damage in there. Having Vigilance as well to hold back to block. The additional Dragon's Approaches as well that we hit with the Velomachus will help us get our future dragons out as well. So if we think he's going to stick around for a while, he's probably the one you want to pick. If you really need like targeted removal, Niv Mizzet's your choice. And if we've got a dragon in the graveyard, Bladewing 2-for-1 is basically what you want. So the final cards are basically just board wipes, Sweltering Suns and Anger of Gods. You're going to see these guys do a lot of work actually. I'm really glad I added these to the list. 3 damage to each creature. And again, same for Anger of the Gods. I always go with a 3-1 split with these, because most of the time, you're going to find out that you don't really need the board wipe, and if you don't need the board wipe, then the cycling 3 ends up being more important than the ability to exile creatures with Anger of the Gods. So sometimes this can get stranded in your hand in Best of 1, where you find out that you actually don't have a use for this card, and you've got no way of getting rid of it, essentially. I guess you can also looting it away, or reunion it away, but you're really trying to use Dragon's Approaches as your discard targets here, so it doesn't end up working out that way most of the time. The mana base is pretty simple. Every single land produces red mana, because we want to make sure that we have that double red. And also, we've got lots of pathways in here. We've got the white pathways, we've got the black pathways, and the blue pathways. This will help us basically hard cast our dragons if we draw them and can't get rid of them, or if we're just in a position where hard casting them is the best thing to do at any given situation. So yeah, that's essentially the list. If you guys do enjoy today's video, really would appreciate if you do hit that like button down below, leave a comment as well. And yeah, later on in the week, we're going to be doing some giveaways, so stay tuned for future videos. And if you do enjoy them, maybe we'll do something. I'm trying to figure out how to give away some Strixhaven pack codes. So once I figure that out, future videos are going to have that, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, though, I hope you enjoy the video. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. I'm going to just keep this hand. This seems fine. All of our lands produce red mana as well, but some of them produce like blue and black, which means that there is a chance, though highly unlikely, that we can actually cast all the dragons in our deck. It's not even an altar. Nope, it is going to consume part of your packs. Alright, I do want double red, so let's go Cathartic Reunion. Dump some Dragon's Approaches. Faithless Looting, and then a Blade Wing. We can discard the Blade Wing if we really want to. I don't think we really do, because that one's kind of the one that we want to keep in our deck and shoot her up if we've discarded a dragon beforehand. Please, help yourself. Help yourself. Is Teferi's Protection any good in the actual meta? I doubt it. Not unless it's a combo that cares about you being out of the game. Why would you get rid of Faithless Looting over Cathartic Reunion? I will get rid of a Dragon's Approach. Thank you for helping. We're at 3. I need 4, so we just need to use Cathartic Reunion to draw a... Oh, they're going to Thoughtseize, of course, yeah. Never mind. Not paying attention. So then they get rid of Cathartic Reunion. And I can't play the game unless I draw a land. I did not draw a land. Oh boy. The art scares him. Just a bit. Just a bit. It's an odd one. That's for sure. What are you going to take now? Blade Wing? Okay. Now what are you going to take? Let me guess. Anger of the Gods? Please take Dragon's Approach, I beg you, it will be so funny. It's a difficult choice, as we can clearly tell. Wow, they did. They actually did. Absolute mad lad, Robert. Alright, so if we draw a land, we get any dragon we want. Which actually is not any dragon, it's going to be either the Lawhold dude. Oh, actually, they were betting on me not drawing a land, which is fair, because maybe they know the channel. I don't know. They probably know the channel. Lurus. Play Croxer. I will keep discarding Dragon's Approaches, because the more that are in my graveyard, the more likely I am to get the other Dragon's Approaches. Land. Okay, here we go. Right, Dragon's Approach. take action. Exile, 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 exile. Then, how many cards we got in there? We've only got one Dragon's Approach. Let's just get Niv Mizzet. I guess actually, 5, 6... I think we're okay. I think this makes mostly no difference. Croxer, sure. Goodbye, anger. So I'm going to draw off these Dragon's Approaches now. Young peasy. Also ping whenever they cast instants and sorceries, so their lovely one-drop .deck card style of play is not really going to work out for them too well. Time to stabilize. I think I actually have. Sweltering Suns. So I don't really want to play that. I think I'll just Dragon's Approach. And then you're dead. Alright. Thank you, opponent, for helping me along the way. Appreciate it. So yeah, that's Dragon's Approach. So far, so good, I suppose. I wonder if we want, like, another Blade Wing. Right? Because then we could just loop Blade Wings infinitely. Right? That's how that works? Or is it non-Blade Wing cards? Hang on. Hang on, let me double check. Enters the battlefield, you may return a dragon permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, so I could just infinitely loop Blade Wings. Because they'll just legend rule each other. It accomplishes absolutely nothing, but looks funny. Yeah. Blade Wing hacks. It's going to be a little bit like Blade Wing Sleight of Hand, I would probably more closely related to. That is a Lutri, the Spell Chaser deck. So they're playing Tainted Pact. They probably have a pretty good game against us on Tainted Pact. I guess I'm just taking this hand. I'm not sure how good mulling is with a deck whose cantrips involve discarding cards. With a Blood Ice effect, you would kill the opponent. Yes, I would have to have it in play first, though. And that involves cutting Dragon's approaches. We don't want to be doing that now, come on. Alright, Faithless Looting. Dragon's Approach, Dragon's Approach. We will go with you on black. Pass the turn. Next turn we will Faithless Looting again. That will be enough Dragon's Approaches to get a dragon into play. I suppose I could always cast them, but... Scheming Symmetry. Okay. I will probably just take a Dragon's Approach. Actually, well, I guess you could do a Faithless Looting, I suppose, or a Cathartic Reunion. Definitely don't want any of the... Yeah, let's just do Cathartic Reunion. Whatever. Boop boop. There's Dragon's Approach. Alright, so we're going to go red source, pass the turn. So our opponent is searching for Thassa's Oracle or Tainted Pact, one or the other, because they're a singleton list, so... You're probably going to find out how Tainted Pact works, if we're being honest. Play you on blue. Dragon's Approach. Supreme Will, okay. You got me. That's just one more approach in my graveyard, though. Ha ha ha. So yeah, now I think I lose, right? Because they take the Pact out of their deck. All they need to do... They need to have 0 cards in their deck, which is how Tainted Pact works. But actually, I don't know if they win. Yeah, they probably win now because Jace is in play. Unless, of course, they don't have Pactum Negation, in which case... I probably win. take action. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because now I'm just going to go get big old hasty boy and slap Jace. Casting a Dragon's Approach. So now Jace is gone. They could untap with Pact there, because all they need to do is just say no to every single card in their deck and then tick up with Jace. It's basically what they were trying to do. Yeah, now they just win. This is what they were trying to do initially. They just had 2 different ways to do it. So Tainted Pact now exiles the top card and they just say no to absolutely everything, because they've got a singleton card and this only cares about seeing 2 cards of the same type, which will never happen, obviously. And then once they're at 0... Thassa's Oracle resolves, sees a 0-card deck, and wins. You will see this a lot in Historic, if you haven't already. I guarantee it. Is it good? Probably in Best of 1. But yes, the timer is not very kind to them. Was that a Baral? Oh my god. There were Pact of Negations in here as well. Yeah. It's a pretty one-dimensional combo. If you can interact with this in any meaningful way, then you just win, basically. Looks like theirs is more on the control side, though. Which is cool. I want to play around with this list at some point. Maybe before everyone starts to hate it. What a weird deck, I know, right? And last card. Thassa's Oracle resolves. Doesn't see anything. They can also do it on my end step as well. Leave 1 card in their library so that they draw it on their upkeep. Or on the draw step, should I say. And then just drop down Thassa's Oracle. Because Loot Tree copies Tainted Pact. The first copy grabs Thassa's Oracle. The second copy exiles everything but the last card. And then you win that way as well. Oh, wow. You couldn't actually have sculpted a worse hand, right? And this is golden. Alright. I'm all for this hand. Hello, opponent. How goes it? Faithless Looting. Land. Okay. Another Dragon's Approach. I would have preferred another Faithless Looting or Cathartic Reunion, but I can live with it. Green-white. Bishop of Wings. Alright, we're up against Angels. So, let's play you on blue. Faithless Looting. Get rid of you and you. We have now enabled the next Dragon's Approach. Which dragon do we go for, though, against Angels? Niv Mizzet's not really all that appropriate, so I guess it's just going to be, like, Lawhold dude. And kind of hope for the best. Yes. You, and you. Velomarcus. Get in. Ooh, we could Sweltering Suns. That wouldn't do anything. Cool, good to know. Let's just... Just Dragon's Approach? I guess so? Try and keep their life below 27. I'm sure they'll just land Coco and get back to 27, but here we are. I'm gonna play Mountain, actually. I want to try and aim for, like, turn 6 Niv Mizzet if I just draw it. I kind of feel like there's better cards I could be using than Cathartic Reunion and things like that for Dragon's Approach here. Alright, they're just up to a nice 20 life. Alright, let's get rid of Am I going to be casting him? I guess it's entirely possible I might. Lovely. Land. Dragon's Approach. Swing. Again, do I want to... I could Anger here, but I don't think I should. Dragon's Approach. We're at 3. So... we can attack in with Velomachus. Oh, we Dragon's Approach first, then we swing in with Velomachus, get the Dragon's Approach. That'll get Niv Mizzet. And then see where we go from there. Back up to 21, as you do. Oh, sorry. Did I say 21? I meant 29. That down again. Swing. Just double checking. Dragon's Approach. Yeah. You. Niv Mizzet. Alright, and then we kind of hope for the best. Alright. Goodbye, Velomachus. You will get reanimated with Blade Wing later down the line. Don't you worry. They're at 23, so it's really, really easy for them to get the Lord effect here. I need a black land off the top. Which I think there's only 5 lands that do that. Sweltering Suns, okay. That kind of works out. That kind of works out. Okay. Alright. Nice clean sweep across the board. I'll take it. Beautiful. I was kind of expecting them to Coco, and if they did, we were in big trouble. But, like, what else were we going to do, really? I can't believe we won that. I really can't. Dragon. If you want to type dragon into chat while we play the game. And then I'll pick out some winners and give away some lovely packs at the end of it. I think we'll give out 3 packs, I guess. Ooh, authority. 3 packs to 3 people. That seems pretty good. I'm going to try and give it to other people as well, by the way. So if you've already won today, then probably don't bother, because I'll cycle through you again. Okay, no lands. That's spooky. I did misspell Dagron. That is true. Didn't really want to confuse people, though, Ayward. There's too many spellings, so I just went with the wrong spelling that everyone uses. How's Strixhaven looking? It's interesting. It's a very complicated, limited format. Oh, it's just more angels? Okay. So for this time, they have authority for reasons. This deck, like, outraces goblins, so I'm not sure what authority is really doing in this deck. Hey, you never know. Alright, Blackland, and I guess we're just going to Dragon's Approach. Ping. Yeah, this set has a lot of text. As a good way to put it. So I think what I want to do here is... Dragon's Approach. I need 4 more, though. So actually, no, I want a Sweltering Suns this turn. Let's get rid of the naughty ones. We need to keep our opponent below 27, which is not going to happen right now, but with 2 less Soul Wardens, who knows? That's 26. And keep them down a little bit with the Dragon's Approach as well. And then the next one's going to get us Niv Mizzet, and hopefully we can do the same that we did last time, which is play Niv Mizzet and then Sweltering Suns to hit the Valkyrie. Up to 24. Come on, play something that dies to Niv Mizzet and Sweltering Suns. Coward. It's not Coco, so what are they holding? Maybe they got like Heroic Intervention, something like that. Absolutely take the action here. Niv Mizzet was very good last time, so let's just assume it's good this time as well. And then hopefully our opponent can't stay above 27 after we hit them with the Suns. 23. And then this will be able to ping Righteous Valkyrie. I guess we'll win again. I guess we'll just win again. Alright, 3 to the board, 1 to face. I don't think I want to ping for Cathartic Reunion, right? No, not really. Although the extra card draw also kind of combos quite nicely. So it's going to have its value. This is just going to be like a pseudo board wipe now with Niv Mizzet around. Another Righteous Valkyrie. It's dead. Ping you. Cathartic Reunion. Discard, discard. Ping you. Triggers. Ping you, ping you, ping you. Dragon's Approach. Ping you. Good lord. Faithless Looting. Get pinged, son. Draw 2. Guess what? Get pinged. Let's put some Dragon's Approaches in. Just the pinging. Swing for 5, and they're basically dead to anything at this point. I bet they really didn't see this being their their evening. Land. So they're going to have to Coco into something really good, otherwise the pinging's just going to get them. And we'll get them right now as well, we'll force them to Coco. We don't have the white land we need for Velamarcus, who could get us a Dragon's Approach off the top, but we've got a lot of a lot of Dragon's Approaches in there. So actually, what we can do is we can ping here, ping you. I actually want them to live, because if they live, I get to do fun stuff. I will ping you to 1. How's that? How's that sound? Right, you will gain life. This just looks like too much fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to discard Velamarcus. We're going to play Dragon's Approach. They're going to die. However, what that would pretend to be is getting the Rakdos Dragon out, who will then reanimate Velamarcus and allow us to swing in that way. It's basically just absolutely overkill. Ping. Ping. And you're dead. This one will be a ping. There you go. Why is Faithless Looting a rare? Well, you've just seen how effective it was. That's definitely why. For the health of the format, Cimeras, of course. Just realised that they decided to cancel Early Access event for what is probably the most expensive set release, Strixhaven and Archive. It certainly is for people who want access to the Archive cards. For everyone else, it's MasterCard. Hello. Oh my. I think I know what we're playing against. It's probably a Bergy Storm list. If I had to gather. Magically, of course. So we want a Cathartic Reunion looking for Sweltering Suns and things. We also want to just get rid of that. I don't think we want to get rid of it just yet, though, right? I mean, we always need another discard spell anyway, but there's a chance we can cast Niv-Mizzet Peyrune, so we probably should. And then, like, if we get, like, Faithless Lootings down the line, we can dump it in that way. I imagine the Boros Dragon's the one that we want to get in this matchup anyway. Most likely. Unless we discard Niv-Mizzet, and then, of course, we get 2 dragons. There's Steamkin. Skirt Prospector, interesting. Oh. Would you look at that? Sweltering Suns. Thanks. Alright, Faithless Looting. So we've got 2 in the yard, so if I get rid of one, yeah. We go discard, play you on red, Dragon's Approach, take action, get rid of these 4, and grab the Boros lad. There he is. And then we use him to start filling up Dragon's Approaches. And killing our opponent, of course. Some of the old lies we tell ourselves. This is true. How are we winning? How are we winning? Anything at all. This deck is just so stupid. It should not win a single game. But here we are. We're gonna keep this hand. It's a hand. Still rigged though. I approve. Ooh, it's our first matchup that went really terribly for them. Thought Seizes, yes. Do that. Please Thought Seize me. Wouldn't it be really funny if I just kind of got rid of all of my other cards except for Dragon's Approach, and they just were forced to get rid of them? It would be hilariously inefficient, but hilarious. If you spend more money, you get more wildcards. Ekimos, I've never heard such a genius comment in my entire life. You're absolutely right. Maybe I should. Young Peasy. Well, that's a sad one. Actually, no, that's not a bad one. That means that I'm going to put this on black. We're going to get rid of the Niv-Mizzet and 1 Dragon's Approach. Hope to draw Dragon's Approaches. We didn't. We're at 3. We need another one in the yard, so we need to draw 2 more. So that's going to be Faithless Looting next turn. That'll allow us to get the Rakdos Dragon, Dragon Daddy as I like to call him, and he's going to get Dragon Other Daddy. Ooh! Robin SSMR, thank you very much for the subscription, my friend. Welcome on into the Madhouse. Can we get a nice, lovely bit of squee hype in the chat for our newest member? Is this a Sun's turn, or is it actually set up Dragon's Approach? Like, we can just wipe the floor with them next turn if we... if we draw a Dragon's Approach. Oh, no. Oh, no, chat. That couldn't have gone any worse. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright. I see how it is. It's literally the only card we couldn't draw, and we did. Well, this one needs to go into the yard, and then get rid of a land, I guess. I'm hard casting it at this point. It honestly could be a shame scoop. It could be a shame scoop. I'm just not sure what we do otherwise. I really just want them to play an Arcanist so I can get some more anger value. Thoughtseize. Dang it. Alright, well, that's one sweeper away. Get rid of the anger, I suppose. The Sweltering Suns allows the Stitcher Supplier to trigger anyway, so it's worth doing. Yeah, we are literally on the hardcast dragons approach, basically, at this point. And hope for the best. Alright. So, dragons approach. Ping you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go get the Lawhold dude, and we hope that he kind of hits a sweeper. That would be nice. You didn't, and that's insulting, but okay. Let's go with... To be honest, what they're going to do is they're going to, like, use Spark Harvest, most likely, so it's a bit of a weird one. I think I'm just going to, like, Faithless looting, maybe? Yeah, it's just Faithless loot. No, no. Take 5? Because they're dead to my attack anyway. Dragon's approach. I'll keep 1, just in case, and I'll get rid of the land. Alright. I do need black mana, this is true. And I'm also quite far away from it as well. But if they can't actually take out Velamarcus, they're actually just dead. But as I said, Spark Harvest sacking a 1/1 token is pretty easy for them. They can't obviously... Oh my god, we won again. We won again. Confirmed. Rakdos Arcanist cannot beat this deck. 2-0 against that list. Jesus Christ. Alright. The unbeatable deck.